Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with the halachot of Adlakat Nerot, Siman Res Samech Gimel Siv Daled. Maran brings down over here that we know that there's already an obligation, and this is going to be according to a lot of poskim, and also the Shulchan Aruch, that we are obligated, even mina Torah, to add Tosefet Mechol ala Kodesh. What does that mean? We have to have adding on to the Shabbat. We're not allowed to come and light the candles exactly by Shekiah. Why? If you're going to light the candles by Shekiah, since right after Shekiah we have the minhag of going like the Geonim, it's already Ben HaShemashot, Shabbat has already come in. And therefore, since Shabbat has already come in, we cannot add on to the Shabbat at the Shekiah, because once it already gets to the time of Shekiah, you can't add on anymore. However, the minhag of Yisrael is actually to come, and usually to do it, whether it's going to be here in Chutz La'aretz, many times they do 18 minutes or they do 20 minutes. And therefore he comes and he says, Minhag Yisrael in a lot of places is to do 20 minutes before the Shekiah, they do Adlakat Nerot. And if somebody is going to be machmir to do it even beforehand, Tavo alav beracha. However though, Meikar Adin, 20 minutes is enough, and therefore you do not need to add on more than this amount. So he says to ignore what you see in the different calendars in Eretz Yisrael and Yerushalayim, that for example they do 40 minutes before. You don't need to do that. You could do 20 minutes before without any problem. Now, even though this is to do with how many minutes before, so what? I can accept myself Shabbat at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So obviously not. The earliest you could accept upon yourself Shabbat is Peleg HaMincha, Plag HaMincha. Now why? Because that's already the time where you're getting close to the Mincha. So therefore at that time, now there's a machloket, when is Plag HaMincha? Is Plag HaMincha going to be an hour and a quarter, whether it's going to be before nightfall, or an hour and a quarter before Shekiah? And there's also even a Shita of the Ben Ish Chai, which is also going to give another difference, which basically they do around 15 or 20 minutes after the Shekiah, and you do an hour and a quarter before that. So that's why you have around a 10-15 minute difference between the Plag HaMincha of the Ben Ish Chai and Shitat Maran and the regular Plag HaMincha that we are doing. So here, since there's a machloket between them, he comes and he says you shouldn't do it before Plag HaMincha, but even though there's a machloket, when is a Plag HaMincha, the minhag has become that we're allowed to start lighting candles from Plag HaMincha, and you could do so even lechatechila, which means that it's not something of a b'diavad. Even lechatechila, you could come and you could do it from an hour and a quarter before Shekiah, which means when we write down Plag HaMincha, or the earliest candle lighting times, so therefore you're allowed to come and you're allowed to light the candles right there. However though, you shouldn't do it now. That is the time which is starting. What is the latest time? So therefore he comes and he says that again, technically you should do 20 minutes before. However though, if a woman is come and she does not have any more the 20 minutes before or the 18 minutes before, right, what we do here in Chutz La'aretz, so therefore he comes and he says she shouldn't do it after 5 minutes before Shekiah. If you remember, we brought this down also in the name of Ben Zion Bas Shaul. He says between 3 and 5 minutes, because they want to say that if the shiur of the zman, if the time is 3 to 5 minutes, is minimum, is going to be called Tosefet Shabbat, that you're adding on to Shabbat, so therefore you have to add that on to the Shabbat beforehand. So even let's say we do the 18 minutes before, if you right now have to add on 3 minutes before Shekiah no matter what, it's a misconception to say that you have 18 minutes. You don't have 18 minutes. You have 15 minutes, right? And if you do 5 minutes before, so then you only have 13 minutes. So that is a misconception that a lot of people have, because a lot of people, they come and they say, right now it's candlelighting time. I know I have 18 minutes. It's incorrect. Because the 18 minutes, by the time you get to within the last 3 or 5 minutes, here the Halacha Brura bring down 5 minutes. The Ben Zion brought down whether it's 3 or 5. Again, obviously lechatechila it's better 5, right? But b'diavad then it becomes 3. But what a person should understand is that you do not have 18 minutes to come and start doing melachot. And that's why it's very dangerous that if they only come and they only put mincha, mamash 10 minutes before the Shekiah or things like that, and people are always running late to mincha. So imagine a man's going to come, he's going to be driving like crazy right before Shabbat. He says, okay, I still got 1 minute before Shekiah. Well, you just were over, right, on a mitzvah doraita of Tosefet Shabbat. You're right, we can come and give you sekilah, right? We won't stone you to death. However, though, you have a mitzvah. The mitzvah doraita is Tosefet Shabbat. You must accept upon yourself the Shabbat minimum of 3 to 5 minutes before sunset, and therefore it's very important just to have this in mind when we're accepting upon ourselves the Shabbat. Obviously, again, the earlier that we accept it, the better, in order to always have the sanctity of the Shabbat.